A block of Republican lawmakers want the courts to stop all of this, and the state Supreme Court may eventually have to decide if same-sex marriage is legal in New Mexico.
So what about the other option, a statewide vote? News 13's Matt Grubs is live in the Newsplex with why this issue may never make it to the voters. Matt?
Dean and Jessica, we heard it from Governor Martinez yesterday talk about the legislature voting in January to put the issue on a statewide ballot. Certainly an option, but it's not a new idea. And for years, any effort to address same-sex marriage in the legislature hasn't come remotely close to getting on the ballot. Could the state legislature pass a constitutional amendment asking voters to have the final say on gay marriage? Many of those who cover the Roundhouse regularly say the answer depends on the building just down the road and the 5 Democrats who make up the state Supreme Court.
If they take it on and they give the thumbs up for same-sex marriage, I think that's pretty much going to be the end of the discussion.
Rob Nikolewski writes for the libertarian-leaning website New Mexico Watchdog.
It would not surprise me if some Republicans brought it up, but I think that'll take a lot of the steam out of the argument.
Lawmakers will arrive at the Capitol in January with just 30 days to pass a budget and fix high-priority problems like lottery scholarships, education policy, water issues. That sounds like a lot of time, but for the legislature, it is not.
Probably all these politicians want it to go to the court so they won't have to deal with it.
The Santa Fe, New Mexican Steve Terrell says those he has talked to think it's just not the issue it was 10 years ago, even for socially conservative Democrats. He's been watching for a dozen years.
They've introduced bills like that, both laws and constitutional amendments, for at least as long as I've been here, probably longer.
Every effort to define marriage one way or the other has failed. But back to that building down the road, the Supreme Court.
Now the Supreme Court punts on it, then it's going to be a free-for-all.
And it will be something to watch. The way it works for the Supreme Court, by the way, the justices can't just look at everything that's happening right now and decide to take up the matter. They have to be asked to hear a case on appeal. Back to you.
Okay, Matt, a UNM law school professor tells us if voters were to ban same-sex marriage, all these marriages would still be valid. Attorney General Gary King offered up the same opinion today in regards to the 64 marriage licenses issued to same-sex couples in Sandoval County back in 2004, saying only a court can annul a marriage.